Bushcraft. Which first aid items to take to the wilds?
Hi, welcome to Videojug. My name's Simon Eller, the editor of Bushcraft and Survival Skills magazine. I'm going to speak to you briefly about some emergency products that you might wish to carry with you when you go out into the woodlands or on your adventures. It's always worth carrying a first aid kit. First aid kits come in a variety of sizes, shapes, contents. The most important thing is to be comfortable and competent with the things that you have with you. So it's all very well having a very expensive, elaborate first aid kit that has a scalpel in and suturing thread and things. Unless you're actually capable and competent of using that, it's kind of a waste. There's various packs that you can get. This is just a kind of high-vis instructive pack. Here it's split into sort of minor cuts, major cuts, breaks and burns. This one gives you a sort of description of what to do in each of those situations. It's all waterproof, so in terms of using it with if you're out in the bad weather, if you're canoeing, things like that. And then there's various extras in the top there, resusci aid, obviously rubber gloves and things like that. That aside, key things really, obviously performing bushcraft, you're working with fires a lot, you're working with knives, axes a lot. Inevitably the best of people will get little nicks or cuts. There's a variety of plasters available. These are waterproof plasters, which obviously are more favourable because they're going to stay on. And there's sort of various burn products on the market. These are plasters specifically designed to have a self-healing capability for burns. They speed up the healing process. Burn relief sprays, things like that. My favourite and the one thing that I wouldn't go without, and I'd have this in my pocket, is micropore tape, which is just a kind of breathable, hyperallergenic tape, and steri-strips. You're probably familiar with these. They've kind of replaced the old butterfly type stitches that you used to be able to get. If you have a gash with a steri-strip across it, you can put a couple of steri-strips across, tape it up with micropore tape, and you're kind of good as new for a while. You may wish to take some painkillers with you if you get a headache or if you are in pain out in the wild. This is called Snowfire. It's kind of like a healing tablet, they call it. If you're in cold weather, your hands often chap and get little cracks in. Some people get splits on the thumbs when they're working out in the outdoors quite a lot. This is very effective because you just kind of scrape it into a split and it works very well. It takes away the sting, kind of gives it a waterproof film so that the damp doesn't irritate and make it sort of niggly sore. Just aside from that, some other considerations that you may wish to have in your first aid kit. A fairly loud whistle. Really, you should carry one of these all the time. They're very light, very easy, very cheap, just tucked in your pocket. If ever something did happen, you've got a means of signalling people. Along the same kind of lines, a light stick, again very light, easy to carry. I've got light sticks in my first aid kits just because you can't always guarantee that you're going to have an accident in the daytime, so that's a worthwhile consideration. Obviously when you're eating, you're going to want to have clean hands. There's various things available. You can get little alcohol gels that you can rub on and kind of kill the bacteria and things. They're very useful. I often have a little pot of that in a pocket. To sum up, I would always have a whistle with me because obviously if something did happen, you can signal and attract attention. And I would always carry some steri-strips and a roll of micropore tape because most of the things you can patch up with that.